Hello everyone, what is up and welcome back to the channel iRobust. Yet another self-repair video that you're going to be doing. Today I'm going to be showing all of you the step-by-step guide on how you can replace the wireless charging coil on your Samsung Galaxy S9 Plus. This is a phone that came out back in 2018, a pretty old phone, but for those of you who have it, and the only problem that you might be having is the wireless charging coil. The wireless charging coil issue is not really such a big issue. You can always have a workaround. And what's the workaround? Is just to use cable charging. The parts for the Samsung Galaxy S9 Plus or the S9 series isn't that expensive anymore because the phone is pretty old. I'm actually checking right here that a brand new Samsung Galaxy S9 Plus wireless charger is just $4. And if the wireless charging is the only issue for you, then I think just spending a $4, having a few toolkits on your own, will definitely do this repair. So without further ado, let's get started and let me just show all of you the step-by-step guide on how you can repair your Samsung Galaxy S9 Plus wireless charging coil. Let's get started. We are back at our usual repair station, and what do we need for this repair? Let's see. Firstly, we need our toolkits, need the suction cup right here, really important, and of course, last part, you all know what it is, it's the hot air gun right here. What's the first thing that we're going to do in all our repairs is we need the magnetic pad. Magnetic pad at the left top corner, like I always put in all my repairs, but the screwdrivers we're going to take them out later. For now I'm just going to take out a few picks, need them to pry open the display right here. This is already more than enough. Z put to the side. Now let's start heating up the display and opening it up. When you heat up, just make sure you heat up the sides. Make sure you put more heat on the sides so that you can pry it open. Now with the display heated up, all we got to do is, I'm using a suction clamp, so mine is slightly different. Pry it open slightly, prying tool in, and we can just lift the back glass up, a bit of prying, and there we go. Let's just slide it open in a few picks. There we go. The back glass is now open. Now let's put the back glass to the side. It's mine. I gotta take out the camera glass too because it's out, but for y'all it will be stick together, so just make sure that is done. And now let's just zoom onto the phone right here. So we got just the phone right here. We got to remove all the screws right here. This is the wireless charging coil, but we got to remove a lot of screws. But before we do anything, the first thing you want to remove before you remove the screws is the fingerprint scanner. The fingerprint scanner is actually pretty easy to remove. Just unplug it. Fingerprint scanner out. Let's put it on our magnetic pad over here. We've got to remove all the screws on top of the black logic board plate over here. So we've got to remove every single one of these screws, and we've got to remove this plastic top over here. And the reason for that is because the connector which is connecting the wireless charging coil is actually beneath this plastic plate here. So we've got to remove all the screws, remove it, and then unplug the wireless charging coil. So let's just quickly do that. As you can see here, we've removed all the screws. Then we've got to remove all the ones on top of this black logic board cover here and the ones on top of the wireless charging pad here. What's really hassle-free is that all the screws are of the same size, so you don't have to organize them separately and just put them together. Like I've put it right here. So that's one good thing. And what we're gonna do is now let's just take out the wireless charging coil. So this is slightly hard. I'm not gonna risk it. I just take it out. Let me just put some alcohol right here. This is not really necessary, but since it's hard, I don't want to risk imaging anything. So I'm just gonna put some alcohol, which will definitely make it easier for us to remove the wireless charging pad. Since it's coming out together, the plastic here, I'm just gonna remove it fully first. Connected back over here, and I've took it out fully. So now since this part came out, it has made what we have to do much easier. Now we can remove the phone out of the way. Let's put some more isopropyl alcohol. We just got to make sure we are very gentle with it. So there we go. I've removed it. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to unplug it from the back. Wireless charging coil unplugged. So once that's done, this is the old charging coil and this is the back plate. We've got both of these removed. The phone right over here. Now with that done, what we're going to do is we got to take the new charging coil. For me, I'm just going to use the old one, but for you, use the new charging coil and just glue it to the back. Once we've put everything in, we got to press it in place until you hear a click. Of course, that's not without gluing it to the back. Of course, we always use put some glue slightly and put it all over the top of here, and then just stick the wireless charging coil back in place. You got to make sure that you only stick the top part of the charging coil towards the plastic over here and not stick any of it to the battery, because below here is the battery. Use some glue, stick this entire part together, and that's it. So once you have put it together, glue it together, all that's left to do is screw all the screw that you took out, and it's pretty easy. Like I said before, all of it are the same screws, so there's nothing to mix up. Firstly, I'm just going to start off the first screw that I take out, which is the one for the wireless charging coil. As you can see here, we've got all the screws in. One of the last few steps to do is fingerprint scanner in, press into place, and before we stick it back together, let's just check if the fingerprint scanner is working. Now if everything put back into place, the last thing we got to do is just take the back glass. Before we stick back the glass, we got to remove, like I always say, remove the old adhesive of the back glass, and from the phone itself. Get that removed. It's going to be a tedious task, but get every single dirt and grime, all the glue. Just remove it, get the new glue, apply it all over. And since mine has the camera glass out, I gotta back together. I gotta glue this together before I glue it. So now if you have put the glue, all you gotta do is take the glass, position it from the top. I always like to recommend you all to do it from the top, and then you all just put it down. Always recommend to do it from the top. Press it down from the top first before you go down, and you just press everything back into place. Once you've done that, just be quick, grab something heavy. You all know what I like to use, books. So just put it on top and just wait for some time. After that, just take it out. One more thing before we conclude this repair success is to wirelessly charge it. There we go. Done. That is it. That is the repair for replacing the wireless charging pad on the Samsung Galaxy S9 Plus. I would say this repair is a slightly more risky. I would not say it's a difficult repair. It's a repair which is slightly more risky. And the reason is we are dealing with the fingerprint scanner one day, and we are going into the motherboard. So we're going into the motherboard and we're removing it from the battery. If you had seen, we had the plastic cover and we put a piece of the wireless charging cord with the metal connector inside the pad. So we got to be careful with that when you put it in and position it above the battery. So you got to be careful in that when charging, so that the battery charges up. If it's not seated properly, then it won't charge. Even the plastic cover that's covering the motherboard, it's also fragile, it's also quite thin. In the process of removing the wireless charger, you might not want to rip it apart. Overall, I'll rate this repair a difficulty level of 4, because I've done multiple repairs before. But for those of you who are new to this repair, I think this should be still okay. It should still be a okayish repair. So that's actually been it for this video. If you like what you saw, do remember to click the like button, do remember to get subscribed, and more than liking this video, if this video helped a lot of you to repair your wireless charging cord on your Samsung Galaxy S9 Plus, then I'll really be glad. More than liking, I really want these kind of repair videos to help all of you, repair your device and make your device last much longer. So if this video helps some of you repair your device, make it last longer, help some of you learn more in self-repairing, I'd really appreciate if you all just leave it in the comments below. I really love to read all of your stories, and I'll really be happy if these kind of self-repair videos that I'm making really helps a lot of you out there. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch all of you in the next one. Bye bye.